So, moving more locally, because of course that is where a good deal of the stories are tonight, which is a very good thing for us here. The very much the top concern over the region, around the region over the weekend continues to be the proposed BESS storage unit down in Ticonderoga. And I did some research over the course of the weekend to find out more about what we'd reported on last week. And this is again renewable energy, and these fires that tend to break out, and the ones that were listed were ones that the Sun had reported on the Times of Thai last week, like the one in Moss Landing, which was in California. I believe I mistakenly said Long Island. It was California. One in Arizona. There were as many as 23 in South Korea with this same technology between 2017 and 2019. And they have done all kinds of academic study, look more like academic studies from what I could skim over briefly. And the fires appear to be going down, but the risk is very real. It's still there. Even the EPA acknowledges that on their website, that it is still risky, and these fires are a concern, um, just from that angle. And the other angle that I believe that should be considered is the strain on the local responders in terms of training, how the local fire department would have to respond in terms of, do we have the resources in an area like ours that tends to be strapped for funding anyway? Is there Are there the resources to train personnel, our personnel, who do a great job, by the way, but are volunteer? And that's not a criticism. That's just how it is. Because again, they do a fantastic job in serving our community. And it just does not, to me, seem feasible on that end with that cost that is associated with that, because you're going to ask the local fire department, which would be Ticonderoga in this case, to pick up that cost over the long term. And so that's an angle that probably should be considered as we discuss this in the community. I did reach out and try and contact Ticonderoga Supervisor Jim O'Brien, and did not receive an answer, and left a message and have not received a call back at this point. So we'll see if that changes by Wednesday night's broadcast, or in time for Wednesday night's broadcast. So we'll see where that goes. Remember, the meeting is this week. It is on Thursday evening at 6 p.m. at the Ticonderoga Community Building. And that was 132 Montcalm Street for those of us outside of Ticonderoga who maybe need a GPS to get there. Or if you're old school, you can use a map. I don't care how you get there, but as long as you get there, that's all that matters.